Hey there everybody, this is Lee with Creative2xmom Mom. It's already November. Does anybody remember when the year changed and it was 2018 and we couldn't believe that it was 2018? And now it's November and the holidays are right on top of us? I have no idea where this year has gone. Well, today I'm going to be joining a collaboration of fall and Thanksgiving recipe ideas that you can include in your preparations for your Thanksgiving dinner. So this video is actually part of a collaboration that is being hosted by Ingrid at Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles. I will leave her channel linked down below as well as the playlist. So what I have for you today are some pumpkin-filled crescent rolls. I wanted to bring to you guys a recipe that would be fairly simple and easy to make without adding a whole lot of stress to your Thanksgiving preparations. This is one of those dishes that I feel pretty confident that I could pass off to my daughter and she would have no problems completing with a little bit of supervision while I am dealing with like the turkey and the stuffing and all the main preparations of Thanksgiving. But they're a little bit different. They add a little bit extra to your dessert table, or you could even have them with dinner because they are in a roll form. They are super rich, creamy, and incorporate all of the great flavors of your holiday traditions, your holiday season. So come along with us and let's start our pumpkin crescent rolls.
So for the first part of this recipe, you're going to need some sugar. I used white sugar, but you could use brown. You'll need some pumpkin pie spice, a tube of crescent rolls, any brand will work. You're going to need 1 whole egg. We need some canned pumpkin, pure pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie spice. I love this Libby's brand. The flavor in it is really, really good, and so this is the brand I look for every time. You're also going to need some vanilla, and I'm going to go grab that out of the cupboard to get these crescent rolls started. So I've just measured out a half a cup of the pure pumpkin, and I've put my egg into my mixer. From here, you're going to add a half a teaspoon of the pumpkin pie spice. I'm also going to add a half a teaspoon of the sugar, and the sugar is to your taste. You'll see later on I actually add a little bit more. And I'm going to start mixing that all together in my mixer. As this has been mixing, I've also added a teaspoon of vanilla, and there goes that second half a teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to mix that all in together really well, scraping down the sides as it goes so that I can make sure that the sugar and the vanilla get blended in really well. So now that I have finished my pumpkin filling, I'm going to get my crescent rolls all laid out. I love baking on these cookie stones from Pampered Chef, and I know you can get other brands as well, but they seem to cook everything very evenly and they're my favorite way to bake. So I'm just going to get my crescent rolls all unrolled and laid out on the stone so that I can start adding the filling. Once I've got my crescent rolls out, I'm going to start adding some of this pumpkin filling to each one, starting at the widest part of the crescent roll, and then once I've got a little bit added to each, I'm just going to roll them up like you would a crescent roll and tucking the sides as I go to keep that pumpkin filling inside. So a lot like you would just roll your crescent rolls, but a little bit of a tuck here and there to make like a little bundle of pumpkin filling. And these are going to get ready to go into the oven. So now I've got all my crescent rolls filled and rolled up. This recipe made about 8 for me, although I did have some extra filling left over, so you could probably get 10 with the amount of filling that I had. These are ready to go in the oven. I've got my oven preheated at 375, and they're going to bake for about 10 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on them until they're nicely golden brown. While my crescent rolls are in the oven, I'm going to start assembling my ingredients for a basic glaze that's going to go on the top of these rolls. So I have some powdered sugar, I have some milk, I have some vanilla, and I also have some maple syrup. So I'm going to start with about a half a cup of powdered sugar in my mixing bowl. To that, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. From there, I'm going to slowly add my milk, a half a tablespoon at a time, but I find that A full tablespoon is about what I like to reach the consistency that I want for this glaze. And I'm just going to start blending everything together really nice until I get a nice smooth glaze that I can pour over the top of my crescent rolls as they come out of the oven. So my crescent rolls have come out of the oven, and I have allowed them to sit for about 10 minutes so that they can cool. And I'm just going to take my glaze and I'm going to start drizzling it over the top of these so it can run down the sides and melt into the crescent rolls. These are so yummy. Of course they are best served warm, but they are also fantastic if you need to make them ahead. They taste just as good after they've sat for a while. You can serve these warm, you can serve them for breakfast, you can serve them as a dinner side for Thanksgiving or as a dessert. And here's one last look at our pumpkin crescent rolls and all their ooey gooey sugariness. These are absolutely fantastic, and I know that we'll be making many more of them in this fall season.
So that is our addition to the Thanksgiving table this year. They are really yummy. They're a great extra layer of flavor to have with your Thanksgiving dinner, and I hope you guys will try them as well. Let me know in the comments down below if you do and what you think of them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great, wonderful Thanksgiving season, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye guys.